Today I'm gonna talk about 3 ways to grow some muscle. The first one is pretty popular and I use it a lot. It's called mechanical tension. It means lifting heavy, getting stronger, or just using progressive overload in your workouts, in your training routine. Just try to get better and adding an extra rep. Most people just add weight to the bar, grab a heavier dumbbell, or maybe shorter rest time. With mechanical tension, you want to do at least 3 repetitions and maximum 7 or 8 repetitions. Just go pretty heavy. With that amount of repetitions, you will progress easier than with 15 or 20 repetitions because you're training more for endurance. So how to perform an exercise with mechanical tension? Just don't think too much about the tempo. I like to do it with a pause. So, for example, dead stop deadlift, chest dip with a bottom pause, bicep curl with a stretch, overhead press, small pause at the bottom, and extend the arms. Moving on to the second one, and that is metabolic stress. And this one is my favorite right now, and that is just keeping constant tension on the muscle. This technique, this way to perform an exercise is really killing. Just don't rest somewhere. So not at the top and not at the bottom. It's a sort of partial, so when you do bicep curls, you will see in the screen, you don't lock out the arms, and you can do another variation of the biceps curls like spider curls. It's easier to still have some tension on the peak contraction. So yeah, with spider curls it's perfect, and with cable flies it's easier than with dumbbell flies. It's easier to rest at the top. So choose your exercises wisely, and this one burns a lot. It's really killing, gives you that great pump. It's a good way to grow. With this technique you want at least 12 repetitions, maybe till 25 or 30 repetitions, but don't go too light. So somewhere around 15 to 20 repetitions is the perfect spot. But don't stop when you don't feel the burn. You must fatigue all the way, and the burn has to kill you. You must scream, and otherwise you don't perform it right. Then we go on to the last one, number 3, and that is muscle damage. And this one will tear your muscles completely, but it's also something that's causing muscle soreness, DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness. So with this technique you do a slow eccentric or negative repetition with 4 seconds on the way down and X tempo on the way up. This is also a good way to grow. For this one, 8 to 15 repetition is a good range, so 12 is the sweet spot, and just destroy your muscle. So with this set, I want you to use all these 3 ways in your training. So try to progress, get stronger, lift heavy, try to get the burn, the pump with constant tension training on some different exercises, and tear your muscles down with a slow eccentric. And how to do this, how to apply this in your training, or just do it all in one training. So like the first exercise is focused on progressive overload, second exercise is with constant tension, and the third one is slow eccentric, so muscle damage. And you can do it like each set, so 3 sets. First one heavy with a small pause at the bottom, second one constant tension, and then the slow eccentric set. But you can also do 3 different exercises for some muscle, like a leg push pull split, and on the first one is like a squat, and then you do a heavy squat. Second one is maybe a front squat, then you keep constant tension, so not locking out the knees, and then the last one is maybe a hack squat where you do a slow eccentric. So this is a way to do it, but you can also split it over the week and focus on training one only on progressive overload, like choosing 4 or 5 different exercises lifting heavy. And then on the second training you only use constant tension on every exercise. So choose your exercises wisely. Don't choose exercises where it's really hard to keep constant tension. Like I said, a good example is the spider curl. It's really easy. easy. With the dips it's easy to keep constant tension. With the bench press it's pretty a small range of motion, but it's still doable. Then the last training, if you're doing full body, then you use the technique muscle damage, so only slow eccentrics. That was it. Thanks for watching. I hope you use all these techniques to grow some good muscle. I'm gonna use it in my next training program, so if I share it with you guys, you can also apply it on that way. Yeah, for now with this push-pull program I'm mostly focused on progressive overload, but with the isolation exercises I tried to tear my muscles apart with some slow eccentrics. So I hope you have a nice weekend and I'm out. Later. Pauze onderin. Push. Pauze onderin. Push. En volgende. 4 seconden zakken. 1, 2, 3, 4. Op. Nog 1 keer die. En dan constant tension als het nog lukt. Juist, goed zo. Kom maar. En kapot.
I don't wanna